It's 7:40 on a Thursday evening. You are standing in a doorway you've never stood in before. Wood smoke, roast lamb. 12 people who all know each other. You're 29. You make $61,000 a year. A friend of a friend got you in. The watch on your wrist cost $4,200, 4 months to pay off. Tonight is the first time you've worn it out. A man in his 60s shakes your hand, grey hair, worn tweed, and for half a second his eyes drop to your wrist. Then he looks away. He says nothing. The conversation closes without you in it. Here's the contradiction. His watch cost $180. You spent $4,200 to be seen. He spent $180 to be read. You don't know what he read in that half second. By the end of this, you will. 6 months earlier, a Tuesday, your manager closes the door behind her. The raise is $9,400, the first one that ever felt like a lot. Rent is $1,480. The car is paid off. There's room now. Here's the part nobody warns you about. A raise doesn't feel like money. It feels like proof, and proof only works if somebody sees it. So you buy the watch. Not stupidly, deliberately. You spend 3 weeks comparing. You read reviews. You pick the one people recognize. Nobody sees you do that part. $350 a month, 12 months. A guy at work does the same. His is a car. He's not reckless. He works hard. He wanted something to show for it. And halfway through that dinner, the man in tweed says something you don't understand. The loud ones never last. I've watched 3 generations of them. You nod. You have no idea what he means. Here's what you got wrong. And it isn't taste. Experian Automotive looked at households earning over $250,000 a year. Not fewer. Not sometimes. Most of them. The people you are copying are not the wealthy ones. They're somebody else. And they have a name. The name is parvenu. It's been in the dictionary since 1802. Someone new to money, signalling it right and wrong at the same time. 2 researchers put a name to all 4 groups in 2010. Hun, Nunes and Drèze, Journal of Marketing. 4 tiers of luxury buyer. Patricians, wealthy. They signal quietly to each other. Parvenu, also wealthy. They signal loudly downward. Poseurs, not wealthy. Copying the parvenus. Proletarians, not playing at all. You know which one you are. You just didn't have the word. But here's what stopped you at that door. 2 of those 4 groups are rich. The same money, the same accounts. You weren't filed away for having less. You had the same. You were filed away for who you were talking to. A patrician signals sideways, to people who already know. A parvenu signals downward, to people who need convincing. That dinner cost the host maybe 40 a head. Nobody mentioned it. Your watch cost 105 times that, and it bought you nothing. Nobody was rude to you. Nobody needed to be. 3 weeks later, the guy at work trades up. $610 a month now. Nobody says anything about it. That's the part worth noticing. So the loud signal costs more, and buys less. 465 handbags, 1 study, and everything you paid for inverts. 2010. 465 handbags, Gucci and Louis Vuitton. The researchers measured one thing, how visible the brand was on each bag. Then they lined that up against what each bag actually cost. You already know what you'd expect. More logo, more money. It runs the other way. The loudest bags were the cheapest ones. The quietest ones cost the most. You didn't buy the top of the market. You bought the entrance. $4,200, 4 months. For the cheapest tier of the market. And here's the part that makes it worse, not the price. Counterfeiters copy the loudest products first. That's where the demand is. Nobody counterfeits a bag with no logo. There'd be nothing to copy. So your signal is the one anybody can buy. $40. Folding table. That's part of what he saw. The smaller part. His watch can't be faked. Nobody would bother. You spent more. You got the version with a copy. The guy at work upgrades again that spring. Nobody notices that either. He's not wrong about wanting to be seen. Everyone wants that. The question is why the other room treats it as a warning. Because they're not judging your taste. They're pricing your odds. The bigger part is what it costs you. And nobody warns you about that one. There's a statistic everyone repeats about that. It's wrong. You've heard this one. 70% gone in 2 generations, 90 in 3. Every finance channel repeats it. In 2022, a researcher went looking for the source. There isn't one. James Grubman traced it. One 1987 study. 200 family businesses, 1 state. It measured whether companies survived, not whether families kept money. 2 completely different things. 1 number, repeated for 40 years. But the same research found something they never quote. 60% broken trust and communication. 25 heirs who weren't prepared. Not bad investments, not market crashes, not taxes. The money didn't fail. The system around it did. There's a study that proves this in the cleanest way possible. Economists followed retired NFL players. 16% went bankrupt within 12 years. Here's the finding nobody expected. The rate didn't change with how much they'd earned, or how long they'd played. Earning more protected nobody. More money did not buy more safety. It never has. So here's what it cost you. And it isn't the 4,200. The signal says you have money and nothing holding it. He wasn't reading a price. He was reading a probability. The loud ones never last. I've watched 3 generations of them. He never quoted a statistic. He just watched it happen. That's the difference. He had the data. You had the number. A year later, you go back to the same house. It's 7:40 on a Thursday evening. Same doorway. Same coat over your arm. Wood smoke. Roast lamb. Nothing about the room has changed. Your salary is 64,000. You sold the watch 8 months ago. You lost 1,900 on it. The man in tweed shakes your hand again. Grey hair. Same jacket. And this time, his eyes stay on yours. He asks what you do. You tell him. The conversation stays open. You don't tell him about the watch. You never will. Here's what you actually got wrong. You were never copying the rich. You were copying the parvenus, paying the most for the cheapest signal. Nobody will ever know. That's not a side effect. That's the mechanism. The guy at work is on his 4th car. He's more visible than you'll ever be. That was always the trade. Nobody warns you about that part. The loud ones never last. You understand the sentence now. Nothing about the outside of your life changed. That was the point. So I'm curious. Would you have sold the watch or kept wearing it? If you don't follow me, you'll never see me again. If you do, good. You're learning something every day.